But we've got bird food in the show as well, and a selection to encourage wild birds into your garden. These are, I would imagine, I don't know, different types of food attract different types of birds.
Different types of food attract different types of bird, and you know, the more types of food you put out, the more types of bird you will attract and hopefully sustain and encourage back to your garden.
I'm just trying to think, we don't get an awful lot of birds in the garden. I get a couple of crows.
Yeah.
They're cheeky.
Having started doing these shows, we did a lot with the bird food in the cold weather last year. I was, I think, compelled to provide food. I thought, you know, this is really bad. Why am I not doing this? And I've started feeding the birds, and very quickly you start attracting them to the garden.
And they have their own little network, don't they? So
and they
do
seem to chat to one another. And I think the key to it, though, is once you've started to provide that food, it's very important you continue to provide it. Because once they've found a reliable source of food, they will keep coming back. But they will then rely on that reliable source of food. And if you take that away, particularly now, they're all nesting, they're all trying to rear young, a very sort of energy-demanding time for them. If you remove that source of food, you will very much leave them in the lurch and could significantly affect their ability to bring up, you know, hopefully perhaps several clutches of eggs, you know, through the breeding season.
We've got some Jenny Wrens nesting in the wall. I'm so excited. I hope they do. I hope they have little ones. You're going to get these sunflower seeds, aren't they?
Black sunflower seeds, a really good source of energy. The nice thing about black sunflower seeds is that the kernel is protected inside the shell of the seed, so it keeps its freshness basically, but still provides them with a high energy sort of kernel, but it's protected and doesn't go off quite so quickly.
Right, OK. And then we've got peanuts.
Peanuts, high-energy bird food, great for you know, blue tits and great tits and coal tits. Certainly that seems to be their favourite. They'll love to cling on to the feeder and sort of peck away at those peanuts. And it's important you do provide bird peanuts and not sort of, you know, ready salted peanuts. You know, they do need the bird ones, not the salted ones.
OK.
Fat balls.
Fat balls.
Yeah, fat balls. Again, a very easy, high-energy source of nutrition for them, and can be, you know, either hung up individually or you can get sort of fat ball holders, and again they'll just peck away at that. And many of them will have seeds and so on incorporated into it to make it, you know, a little bit more of a meal.
OK, and then we've got some mixed seeds
Mixed bird seed will appeal to a wide variety of birds, and also where sometimes, you know, obviously in the feeder you'll find some of the food will fall to the floor, and you'll then attract, you know, more of the ground feeders, so blackbirds, thrushes, robins as well. Actually, they're not. I'm watching at home. The robins struggle a little bit on the wire feeders. They're not very good at perching and feeding at the same time, and they sort of flutter about, and you know, often you'll find feeding them on the floor they'll cope much better, or in the elevated trays you can get, so you're keeping the food perhaps off the floor, particularly if you've got a cat or something like that. Making sure the feeders are placed sensibly so there's cover for the birds, and they're not easy not easy prey for a local cat. Mealworms. So I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, go on.
No! I'm a vegetarian.
Particularly for robins, actually.
Oh, really?
Robins and little wrens will like those.
Yo! Now, they're not, I know they look like they're moving, but they're not alive, they're all dried, aren't they?
Yeah, but again, a very palatable source of food. And you're providing food that those birds would naturally choose to eat. So providing a variety of food will attract a variety of birds.
So all of that 40... Oh, we haven't finished yet, have we? We've got half a coconut shell as well. So
coconut shell, again, another form of providing a fat ball, but, you know, just another way of providing it with them to sort of the birds to cling on to whilst they're feeding from it.
And there's a couple of feeders there as well to put tall leafy seeds into.